So Tank, I don't need Tank, bro.
But he gonna pay for it.
That didn't come from fighting big names. That just came from me performing and people just liking what I come with.
After being knocked down by Shakur Stevenson during a sparring session, Gervonta Davis lost no time in disparaging Keyshawn Davis. Tank quickly rushed to social media to make fun of Keyshawn Davis in a smirking live stream, calling him a dreamy newbie who was never the superior guy when it came to elite boxers.
Got Tank, so if it's not Tank, it's not Shakur. You want Loma? Top rank?
If light skin don't want to step up to fight me, then I would love to fight Lomachenko, honestly. He with top rank.
Keyshawn has always credited Shakur Stevenson for being there during his darkest moments. Their friendship dates back to when Keyshawn was just 14, with Shakur serving not only as a fellow boxer, but also as a lifeline. At 18, Keyshawn was battling depression and admitted to a mental health facility. During that difficult time, Shakur was one of the few who constantly checked in on him. He was there when nobody else was. Keyshawn told *TalkSport*, I was telling him what I was thinking and what I was doing, and he kept calling me, checking up on me. Their bond seemed unbreakable, making the thought of them ever facing each other in the ring almost unimaginable. Now Keyshawn is set to step into the ring on February 14 at Madison Square Garden Theater to challenge WBO lightweight champion Dennis Baroni. This fight is expected to be a defining moment in his career. A victory over Baroni could propel Keyshawn into serious title contention and position him for even bigger fights.
Who that? The Keyshawn. Keyshawn look way more better than this nigga. So you keep screaming this nigga name, he haven't done nothing. You rather fight Keyshawn?
However, the looming presence of Shakur Stevenson complicates everything. Already the WBC lightweight champion, Shakur holds the status that Keyshawn is striving for. While their deep history remains a major roadblock, boxing often forces friendships to the sidelines in pursuit of greatness. If Keyshawn continues his rise in the division, a clash between the two may become inevitable, no matter how strong their bond once was.
Shakur, like I was telling Bud, it's either you or Keyshawn's gonna get tanked, so the walls are closing in. So awesome.
It's gonna be him though.
It makes sense. He's closer.
Big brother first.
Absolutely.
Keyshawn has long insisted that he couldn't fight Shakur Stevenson because of their deep bond. I know his entire family, his mom, his brothers, his cousins. It would be too weird, Keyshawn once explained. His family would be devastated if we fought. For years, these words reinforced the idea that a matchup between them was impossible. However, something seemed to shift recently during an Fight Hub TV interview. When asked how much money it would take for him to step into the ring with Shakur, Keyshawn initially joked, asking for $500 million. After some back and forth, he lowered the number to $100 million. I think everybody would be happy with $100 million, he said with a laugh. While he didn't commit to the fight outright, it was clear he was entertaining the possibility in a way he never had before. Whether this means their once unbreakable bond could be tested in the ring remains to be seen. But the door to a potential showdown may not be as closed as it once was.
He's going to be a great fighter.
He's calling for Tank. Now,
he beats Tank.
Yeah, you think so?
Keyshawn Davis beats Tank, in my opinion.
Keyshawn is nevertheless eager to back off when the subject becomes serious, even with these clues. After defeating Baroni Tank, he made it apparent in an interview with Mill City Boxing that he was willing to combining belts with opponents like Gervonta Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko. Here are the rights out there. Lomachenko is champion. Baroni is champion. I would like to unite with any of the champions, Keyshawn stated. Despite Stevenson's previous taunting remarks, the door remains securely closed because of one line other than Stevenson.
So what? What was his point in even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro.
Tank lives on psychological warfare, and Keyshawn's hesitation provided him all the ammunition he needed when Keyshawn was knocked out by Shakur Stevenson. So this back and forth didn't sit well with Dant. By claiming that Keyshawn wouldn't dare enter the ring with Shakur Tankas, Dant made sure that everyone knew exactly how he felt. His social media post ridiculed Keyshawn, portraying him as both terrified and outmatched. And it wasn't just about the knockdown. Dant's remarks were particularly hurtful because they were supported by his standing as one of the top lightweight fighters. Tank's statements are significant.
Fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now. If I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody want to talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay.
Dant's remarks are much more hurtful since Keyshawn is still getting his bearings, and he is not only trash-talking for the purpose of it. He is demonstrating his authority over anyone who might question his standing. Keyshawn's knockout defeat and its aftermath only fueled the flames. Even casual boxing fans couldn't help but become enmeshed in the controversy as social media exploded with memes and videos ridiculing the loss, many of which were sparked by Dant's shade. Being the fighter who was knocked out by Shakur and then clowned by Dant, instead of being a promising up-and-coming talent, put Keyshawn in an awkward situation.
Keyshawn the one that can crack their Gervonta code?
Gervonta can be beat easily, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, we hear you say he could be beat easily. Why?
Yeah, he can.
Still, Keyshawn remains focused on his own path. Determined to make a statement against Baroni, he aims to prove he belongs among the lightweight division's elite. However, the pressure is undeniable. Every move he makes will be scrutinized, especially with Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis looming over the division. Keyshawn's past comments and current actions paint him as a fighter with something to prove, not just in skill, but in mental toughness as well. Meanwhile, Gervonta isn't letting up. His confidence is sky-high, and he never misses a chance to remind the world of his dominance, whether inside the ring or through mind games. With Tank at the center of the conversation and the lightweight division more competitive than ever, psychological warfare could be just as important as physical ability. In a sport where every edge matters, maintaining composure under pressure may be the key to Keyshawn's rise.
Fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now. If I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody want to talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay.
By no means is the dispute between Shakur and Gervonta over. Fans of the lightweight category are excited to see what happens next as the storylines continue to develop. Will Keyshawn recover and take up the task? Will a real showdown ever be possible because of Shakur and Keyshawn's friendship? The upcoming fight between Keyshawn Davis and Dennis Bernick at Madison Square Garden on February 14th, which will be televised live on ESPN and ESPN+, is not just another fight for the rising star, it's the crucial event that could put him on a collision course with Gervonta Tank. Although Keyshawn has called out Tank for months in an attempt to garner enough attention to compel the battle, Gervonta remained frustratingly mute.
What happened when Shakur do it, when somebody chasing him around? It's boring. What's next for Tank? If anything, it's going to be Keyshawn. Out of them two, Keyshawn is more entertaining. Keyshawn going to stand there and throw the punches.
With a 120-fight record and 8 knockouts, 2021 Olympic silver medalist Keyshawn has risen through the ranks swiftly. In just 13 professional fights, he is almost certain to win his first big world championship. Although fights between any of these fighters could be exciting, KSI versus Tank promises to be an especially exciting rivalry if it ever happens. Winning this weekend would solidify him as a legitimate contender alongside the biggest names in the lightweight division, including Vasily Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, and of course, Tank Davis.
You and Tank, if that were to happen, no, you sparred with him, correct?
Yeah.
So you and Tank, if that were to happen.
I feel like me and Tank fight how it go would be like electrifying. Like me and him are both mean, aggressive, we bullies in the ring, you know, like we.
Keyshawn has made no secret of his desire to face Gervonta Tank Davis. He has been vocal in interviews, repeatedly stating that he's ready for the challenge and confident in his ability to dethrone Tank. However, his confidence is now paired with growing impatience. In a recent Fight Hub TV interview, Keyshawn expressed his frustration, saying, "I just think he doesn't have the balls to fight me." His bold statement set social media ablaze, with fans debating whether Tank is avoiding the young contender or simply waiting for the right moment. Keyshawn's frustration goes beyond being ignored. It's about missed opportunities. He compared his situation to Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez, where one fighter is actively pursuing a blockbuster fight while the other remains indifferent. As he continues to push for his shot, the question remains, will Tank acknowledge the challenge, or will Keyshawn be forced to wait?
Keyshawn ready based on this performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight play out?
I feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most.
However, Keane has stated unequivocally that he would not beg for a fight. "All I'm waiting for, buddy, is a contract from him." His message, he said, was straightforward. He's prepared for Khan whenever Tank is. Making the fight should be simple. He admits that Tank would be the A side, which means Dant would control the most of the battle and receive the largest portion of the money. Conditions, but Atankis hasn't shown any genuine interest despite such concessions. Iksane is still optimistic that a dominant showing against Babariko could force Gervonta to recognize him. Gervonta, however, has his own plans. On March 1st, he will take on WBA featherweight champion Mont Roach Jr. in Brooklyn.
Like you bring Andy Cruz's name up, he get a little shake.
No, he get upset. He get upset because Andy using his name. Don't nobody know.
He using his name.
No. Tell me right now 3 things.